Okay, I'm back. So this time it's on floor 51. I believe this is the guy. According to the guide, it needs to be a chaotic blood hunter guy with elevation 5. So that appears to be the guy. I suppose we should go ahead and start the fight. Also looks like there's a necromancer here, or a spawn of them here, if you want to recruit them for whatever reason. Personally, I'm still not seeing a whole lot of a point to that. Also, this seems to be a reuse of the level 1 map. Anyway, let's go ahead and take out this guy first. Not sure if any of the background noises are coming through. But, yeah, little one's off playing here. So the first one here, this is supposed to be the first of the cursed weapons. Supposed to be a bow, as I understand it. Now, I mentioned a few times earlier, I've actually never put up with Palace of the Dead up to this point before. Because I would always go to the same point where I would get to endgame, would get to the point of doing POTD, and in one way or another, my party would not be set up for it without ridiculous grinding. Like, first time through, it was relatively close, but my guys were too under-leveled, and it would have required a lot of levels. And I actually didn't know that this was much of a thing. I actually thought that just run into some extra stuff. I thought most of the content was just going through a second time. That didn't happen. So I go through the game again, you know, do some challenge runs and whatever. I get through it another time on that no KOs file. The no KO, no chariot, no deaths type run. So I get to it there, and then I realize, oh crap, I specifically don't have any healers. Well, I had healers, but I specifically don't have any dragoons. Or actually, I think I had one guy's dragoon. I think I had a couple of healers, maybe. But long story short, everyone was pretty light defense. I hadn't trained up any knights. I hadn't trained up archers, because specifics of the run was essentially no KOs, no deaths, no chariot, and then no archers and no knights. So basically all of my healers consisted of, well, all of my units consisted of fencers, berserkers, clerics, one dragoon, and one swordmaster. Which worked pretty well, but in general it just completely didn't fly as soon as I tried POTD. Also got completely ripped apart when I tried to do San Bronza as well. Well, at any rate, so that one didn't work. Ended up doing that Fusilier run, tried to do POTD with that one, figuring, okay, everyone's got crazy high offense. You know, they can basically just sweep entire maps with no difficulty. This must be the one that makes it, and doing that one. And that was actually this file. And then I tried it, and yeah, they just do like 10 damage to dragons. So that completely didn't fly. So then tried going back, and I tried a couple other runs at different times, and nothing actually sticking. So finally, I went back, trained up dragoons, trained up knights, in this run. Trained up Beastmasters in a different one. Just basically went and ground the ever-loving Christ out of this file. Until finally, you know, everything's all good here. Which is kind of funny, because now that the time that I'm actually going through it, none of that stuff's even necessary, because, well, dragons and monster units in general just have really high health pools instead of being impossibly unkillable. So that's nice and dandy. Shoot over here, keep this one from advancing anywhere. At least speed star, because you're going to take a bunch of fire. Now, I won't be able to get any more than one of this weapon. As I understand, you can get one of each. Now, I'm hoping that's the case. I hope I didn't misread it, because it would kind of suck to go back and have to redo the entire thing to pick up a different weapon. In which case, if that is the case, probably gonna go for either the two-hander or the gun. Probably the gun, since apparently that's gonna be switched over to a one-hander. and I was hoping to make Denim a gun and spear build, so see how that all pans out. Actually, I'm kind of speeding through this thing now because, as I understand, the whole wiki class mark thing is actually a bit of an oversight, so I want to get this finished before that gets patched, so that I don't have to go and redo Deneb all over again. A little bit of a race to the finish. Yeah. We'll see how that all pans out. Guys aren't really doing a whole lot. Also, what's your story? Oh, Gladiator. I was like reading the descriptions on these guys. You're gonna perma-die, so... You... That dragon's gonna perma-die too, so he's next. Basically everybody on the left side has to go. I'm letting the sniper run up to the front here, so that he can, you know, get killed off and I can check what loot he drops. Maybe get a shot off on him early. Nope, not. Actually, there's really no reason not to save scum that, because I'm gonna need to for the drops anyway. Or, you know what? No. Let's see if by any bizarre chance he'll actually drop it on the first try. And using a lot of two-hander guys this time around. Actually, both hammers and two-handers are amazing for your frontliners now. Two-handers especially just because of versatility, and then hammers, as Rakes mentioned it, can opener potential. It's loot. Right now. Gonna be able... Actually kinda sucks, but will do. Yeah, some of these maps are just plain unsuited for knights. This is one of them. Didn't really know which map this would end up using, because I was expecting to redo the map over and over and over. Adjust the party accordingly, but instead wound up with this kind of situation. Oh, and also, Canopus, I forgot to mention, Canopus got upgraded to a Damask bow. Figured the undead bonus was about the same as just the regular damage bonus, although that doesn't seem to be the case since it still has that damage, hidden damage thing. Alright, I think I'm probably just gonna have to take out the sniper and run. I'm not sure that the healer can get to her in time. Actually, that's Valkyrie. I was gonna turn Valkyrie into one of the weapons anyway. This sort of thing. I have to say, turning the casters in here is such an easy win for so many scenarios. Like, in Flagrante, just flat out breaks Palace of the Dead, it's awesome. Actually, one thing that's been kind of funny as well, if you look at some of the really narrow maps, like they have one that's just this cliff side kind of thing. Gunners really break that one. In some cases. It's kind of one of those cases where if they're in little nooks and whatever, they can't shoot anything still, but they can course correct straight around to each other. Like, there was this entire map that was just this. And that was it. So anytime they were in here, they wouldn't be able to fire, but anytime anything was along here, they'd be able to mass fire on it. And then, pretty much when they were about to round a corner, would do a bunch of the charm shot kind of things they have, and it was just over at that point. They would all turn on each other, get shot in the side after they were done doing so. It was really satisfying. Keep pirating it up, I suppose. I'd probably have him start moving to the left so he's not taking constant poison damage. Go over here to this, get some AoE. This line's not moving anywhere. Being useful back here. Probably Aegis on Stina, who, despite her disgusting damage, has been dying very consistently. That's even before Blade Focus. I mean, she's consistently been doing a quarter to half health on just about anything. This little one's hilarious. So, we picked up this thing a while ago. Thing called a jumperoo, apparently. It's kind of like this suspended chair thing with a bunch of hoops going around it, with a bunch of stuff dangling off of it. Hilarious. You're like over here, like jumping up and down, yelling at stuff. Like stuff moves around. She's like, "Why are you moving around? I have to eat you!" And we'll grab the thing and start munching on it. Fantastic. Throw your butt down. I would ideally like to wear him down a little bit before we get there so he retreats away, hopefully. Although he seems to be doing a fine job of that anyway. You are actually one charge away from just going and getting Zneda back on her feet, so might as well. It doesn't matter, whatever. Holy hell, all of his points are almost recharged. Well, hi back there. Hi. Good lord, if only the rest of humanity could be this excited over anything, I swear to god. Adorable. Kind of a strict timing on that thing, too. Because she can only really stay in it for so long, because, baby, they're jumping around and everything. If she gets taken out of it too early, she gets so pissed. Oh my god! Taking away my playtime. Taking away my baby rights. I'm a riot. Alright. Get past your resonance. Yeah, I have to say resonance. Another one of those, just like, frankly, any free move is really good for getting rid of evade and stuff like that, and I wish I knew that my first, I don't know, 20 or so runs through this game. Can't believe I didn't notice it for so long. What is going on with that? His agility is pretty friggin' high, but for some reason... Air void. 87. I mean, I don't know why guns or handguns specifically are so inaccurate. I mean, he is standing on sludge, there's that. But I don't think I've ever seen him get 100% on that thing. Kinda hoping to pick up a Petronel and some such thing on the way down. Actually, I was hoping to pick up specifically 3 Petronels and then a bunch of Bandushimakis and long guns. Well, is there really a point in doing the Bandushimakis? Despite the fact that they're friggin' hilariously named. because the only ones that would be using them... Yeah, I only have 2 classes that can use them, and both of them are past the point of using them. Maybe I'll just pick up one for protection's sake. And one of these days I'll remember to take counter off of Tammuz. Kill plus. Thank you. Not worth it. Okay, so you're just gonna go take out this guy instead. Yes, you are. Gonna resurrect. Probably save the exorcism for next round, though. This lady needs some friggin' health on her. Also, I suppose it wouldn't hurt if she wasn't standing right in the open, also. Maybe. Oh, also another thing, I gotta say, props on the balancing so far for these, for the bows and such. So there was always a bit of a strange gap when it came to, base game, because the previous short bows would drop down to doing absolutely no damage, before the point that they, actually got replaced. Try an Alcolas, maybe that'll not cause a crit. Yeah, they would always drop to the point of doing literally no damage, except for boulders, which would be okay against bad stuff. Do what I... Please beat? Oh. Well, whatever. Can you shoot this? Can't. In that case, can you... turn somebody else? No, you are. Just barely short on that. That's a progress. Hold on. There's a really cool thing that I was experimenting on. It's a cool synergy between Knights and Dark Knights. If you basically go and drop a bunch of phalanx, like if you set up a line alternating like Knight, Dark Knight, Knight, etc. kind of thing, and instead of white and Knights, you could also use White Knights, that kind of stuff. But ooh. You survive it. Fine, I'll wait. But yeah, there's this cool thing you can do, and I was probably gonna go make a fun formations video out of it, in which you can essentially just set up the Dark Knights to go and drop a bunch of, set up the Knights to drop a bunch of phalanxes in front of them. Have a bunch of guys get close and fall into that line, into the kind of jagged line type situation, and others have a tendency to just go wait behind them. And then you go and you just detonate each of those phalanxes and put down new ones. And it wreaks some friggin' devastation for a free move. It's a little tricky to set up and only works on some maps. But man, when it works, it works. I'm pretty sure that's the kind of synergy he was going for, too. Also, my goodness, that rattling is super loud. Probably gonna have to watch this to see if it's remotely acceptable to even put up. I mean, I have the noise gate on, so hopefully it isn't too much of a thing. Oh, also, one more cool thing that I forgot to mention earlier. Boulder golems and stuff. So I found... Well, I went and stole a couple class marks for those things. So whenever Nomius gets back in the party, he's getting upgraded into one of those. truth be told, a little bit annoyed by how golems work. You know, it is what it is. You just upgrade them and re-level them, I guess. Shooting. Yeah, that screeching you hear is mitigated happiness. Assuming that's coming through. Would there have been a better time to record this? Oh yes, there would have. I just figure for a 1-bit, it's alright. Wait, what? Oh, because it's dragon scale, right. In that case... Grew up to get some moves back on his feet. Basically, 2 clerics have become the norm here. Or monks. Please don't kill everyone. Okay. Only mostly dead. Okay. First things first. Finishing move. Inflagrante. Suppose you're the next one? Yes, you are. Except you'll be dead, so I guess there was no point in using Inflagrante. Whatever. Good enough. You just run away. I am turning you into a crossbow at the earliest opportunity. Kind of the running idea for Zaneta at this point. Now, she's got some decent stats, but I don't really have the backup that she needs to make the two-hander build work. So, basically, since she's not necessary right now, I was gonna go turn her into a weapon. Funny part is, apparently it's actually a default name in here as well, as I just found out by that skeleton. Ow. Forgot that that's what that ability does. Please don't. Oh, loudness. Go ahead and patch yourself up, I suppose. Oh, man. Ogre can actually hit a thing. Actually, I'm amazed that he hit that at all. It must be... No, he's only partial evasion. I suppose you do some of this stuff. Okay, you have shots. And there's a very, very particular thing that you can do. Namely, if you've got 3 or 4 rogues, you can sort of set up an assassin squad kind of thing. Fiction. Wow. Okay, I forgot that that's actually a kill move. Well, ain't that dandy. Gotta innervate? You do. Well, whatever. Now can finally focus on that. A better idea. Why don't we just get his loot? There's plenty of tiles to save scum from. There we go. Yes! Alright, there it is. So... Does she just kind of use it now, or...? I think it's a usable item. You know what, this fight can be finished before actually getting him back on his feet. Save in case I screw up something here. Turns, he's probably gonna nope, why did he not re-up his evade? He had every reason to. And I'm pretty sure he had enough points to, also. Yeah, no, he totally had points to it, and it's not like it was going anywhere. Odd. And that loudness, though. Alright, now if this first weapon thing works anything like it did in KOL, they should just be able to use the particular thing. I'm gonna have her use it, just turn herself into a bow. They should just be able to use it, essentially get absorbed by it, and then just drop an item bag with said weapon. I'm gonna save it here in case it's something absolutely stupid, like they can't use it until they go to a specific point, or... So it's... okay, it's not a used item. Okay, so that works differently now. Suppose we'll see if they can equip it or something. I'll actually go look at the guide, see if there's anything I should be aware of. Like, oh, you will completely just create a weapon that has no power behind it. You don't use a particular class or something. Apparently they love stuff in Lucked, I think. Like, if you use a rogue in particular, it has a 0% hit chance against everything. I'm assuming it'll be something like some percentage of their stats carry over. I know for a fact that parts of their class apparently are what carries over in terms of its mental affinity, which I'm not too terribly concerned about. I'd assume accuracy figures in as well, because the one, specifically the ones in KOL had, well, they basically never missed. Go ahead and be dead now, please. Go ahead and still on. Anyone go and... Yeah, no, they don't find even. Give it a quick finish here. Nope. There, two. And give it one more try, and then if this doesn't work, I'll just revive to finish him off with somebody else. Or I guess I don't even need to, because just fine here. Just in line for a judgment. There we go. Game friggin' over. How does this first weapon shenaniganry work? Let's see if I can slap it on somebody. Specifically, if you can go ahead and be the weapon, then right? Cannot you? Okay, so it has to be an archer. There's a snapdragon. Oh, okay, I see. Okay, so it's actually kind of funny that the Lord class can use it, but whatever. Change you into an archer. I was gonna turn her into a crossbow, but screw it. I'm gonna turn into a bow. Doesn't look like it has a level requirement. Oh yeah, level 1. Know if your stuff's gonna carry over, but whatever. That same party. Actually, that's not gonna work because she is crazy over leveled, so crap. First weapon. Also, there's a low gun on 54, but we'll burn that bridge when we get to it. Yes, 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 yes. Everyone has their turns. She's... Well, actually, there's no guarantee that she'll be first. And I love these kinds of maps. So, especially with one vision, there's a ton of opportunities in which you... High excitement. There's a ton of opportunities in which you can just go and get a crit and take somebody straight off the cliff. Okay. So... Cool. Now we retreat. So she was one of my friggin' like, long-term units. Let's see what happened there. There we go, got made to the Valkyrie, which is weaker than her current weapon. The hell is that now? So it gives a ton to stats. Apparently it has the potential for an insta-kill or something. One hit, 0 HP. Okay. I don't really understand why it's weaker, but okay. It gives her a ton of defense. Gives her some health, gives her some MP. It has a shorter recovery time. It's better against divines, only slightly though. Pierce, same range. No level requirement. Actually, that level requirement is probably what does it. I was gonna say I want to see who it would benefit more, but she's the only one who really needs it right now. These are some crazy good stats. I'm not entirely sure why it drops her attack, though. I'd think at least some of those stats would be over. I'm not sure if it... No, I think it does factor in... one thing. Sign of Might, yeah. There's one of those available. Sign of Finesse, that's the best thing. Stuff that'll do better. That seems like a pretty decent upgrade in terms of avoidance. I think I might hold off on that one. Yeah, I think I think I'm just gonna reload it because there's what I remember from KOL. There were ways that you could just fudge around with it to create a situation where you'd have a ridiculously overpowered weapon. So usually what I did was saved up a bunch of the kind of stat boosting consumables. And essentially went super late game, like right before the end, hired a giant, leveled them up as high as they could go out of the store, dumped all of those stat items in them, and then snapdragoned them. And they didn't get as much of an agility bonus, but that thing was like enough to two-shot the last boss. Nuts. So, at any rate, I'm gonna go mess around with that, and see you next time. Gonna be on floor 54 at that point.